Any scientific evidence showing potential benefits of a treatment in scientific studies must ultimately be demonstrated in the practical arena. This is accomplished by randomized clinical trials to assure the medical validity of a treatment or intervention. Regardless of what multiple studies, let alone anecdotal evidence, show, such trials are essential. The value of caloric restriction for 1. Longevity and 2. Obesity prevention has long been held. However, to meet these two goals, caloric restriction must be sustainable for the long term. That is not practical for most humans. Furthermore, caloric restriction may cause lowering of the basic metabolic rate. Ultimately, caloric restriction will become more and more difficult for the patient. Intermittent fasting does not necessarily involve caloric restriction. Fasting may in fact increase basic metabolic rate. Additionally, fasting shows long-term sustainability or adherence. Sustainability makes intermittent fasting a viable alternative to caloric restriction. This systematic review paper, just published in the scientific journal Nutrients, looked at 30 clinical trials of intermittent fasting or caloric restriction, or both. The authors concluded that both intermittent fasting and caloric restriction protocols show promise in improving the following: weight loss, blood lipids, glucose metabolism, insulin sensitivity, and reduction of oxidative stress and inflammation. Therefore, both have potential geroprotective effects on cardiometabolic, cancer, and neurocognitive outcomes. Adherence to long-term caloric restriction, however, was reportedly low. This indicates that it may not be sustainable for most individuals over extended periods. On the other hand, intermittent fasting interventions demonstrated increased adherence and long-term sustainability. As more and more clinical trials are published, the multiple benefits and practical applications of intermittent fasting will become clearer. However, we know that an intermittent fasting lifestyle is sustainable for prolonged periods. I should know I have been in OMAD for 14 years. I have no intention of returning to old habits. Low body fat, physical fitness, mental acuity are part of my experience. So keep watching these videos as I report on health and longevity. And remember that life is looking up. Thank you. For more on my 14-year history on OMAD, subscribe to this channel.